Hey guys, it's Jessii Vee, and in today's video, I am testing you all. I am going to be giving you guys a psychopath test. So these are riddles that I'm going to tell you, and depending on your answer, it might tell us that you are a psychopath. You're scary. I'm just kidding. Like, it's all just for fun. Obviously, I'm not a psychologist, so I'm not like diagnosing anyone. Don't worry, don't freak out. These are known riddles that I found on the internet that thousands, millions of people have done before, and it's just interesting to hear what you come up with. So I'm gonna put you into scenarios and you're gonna decide if you make a wrong move or a right move. Before we get started though, this is the last video where I'm going to remind you about our Black Friday, Cyber Monday sales. Everything is currently 25% off. We have a ton of licensed Harry Potter products on there. We have a ton of licensed Star Wars products on there, which are personally my favorite. The Christmas mystery boxes are currently 25% off. This big of a sale rarely happens. We do it like once a year, so definitely take advantage. And the free product of the day are these really cute sparkly squishies. They are cubes and they're a really good size, and the squish on these is absolutely amazing. It's very satisfying, and they come in 4 different colors, so it's gonna be like a surprise which color you get. So yeah, for the next 48 hours while supplies last, you will get a free squishy cube with any purchase that you make on our shop. Oh, and this is the last chance you have to enter to win the backdrop behind me, because next video I am announcing the winner. So if you want to enter, head over to our Vee Vlogs channel, subscribe, and comment the book emoji on any of our recent videos. I will link our vlog channel down below for you. Okay, so let's get into these psychopath tests. So like I said, I'm gonna give you a riddle and you have to give me the answer, all right? A woman goes to her mother's funeral feeling devastated and alone. As she mourns, she catches sight of a mysterious man across the room. He's a stranger, but there's something compelling about him, something comforting. She finds herself instantly drawn to him, but he slips away before she can speak to him. Despite her efforts, she can't find any trace of him after the funeral. Days later, she kills her sister without a second thought. Why did she do it? I'm gonna give you a countdown screen in between each one so you can think about it. Okay, are you ready for the answer? And please comment honestly down below if you got the answer right or wrong. The answer is, she hopes the man will appear at her sister's funeral just as he did her mother's, because she was that desperate to see him again. This logic points to an emotional detachment where she views people as means to an end without the usual moral barriers. The idea here is that a psychopathic mind might lack empathy and view people as pieces to move in pursuit of their desires. I think that is the most popular riddle, so you may have heard that one before. Let's go into the next one. You're trapped in a room with 2 doors and no windows. One of the doors leads to freedom, while the other leads to certain death. By each door stands a guard. One of the guards always tells the truth and the other always lies. You don't know which guard is which, and you're only allowed to ask one question. What do you ask to ensure you choose the door to freedom? Okay, here is the answer. And by the way, if you want to hear the riddle twice, feel free to pause the video and listen to it again before you decide. The answer is, you should ask either of the guards the question. If I were to ask the other guard which door leads to freedom, what would he say? And then whatever they say, go through the opposite door. Because by asking this question, you trap both guards into telling the truth. And I know this is so confusing, let me try to explain. So the guard that always lies will lie about the door that leads to freedom. So you would choose the opposite one that he tells you. And the guard that tells the truth will tell you which door the lying guard will lie about, so you still know to choose the opposite one. Does that make sense? I know it's a lot. These are almost like brain twisters. This clever twist reveals a willingness to manipulate situations and people, a trait some associate with psychopathic thinking. Okay, let's move on to our next riddle. Are you guys keeping up with me? I know it's a lot. A notorious serial killer invites you to sit at a table with 2 apples. He informs you that one of the apples is poisoned while the other is safe. He tells you to pick one and he promises to eat the other. He claims he's being fair and even offers you the first choice. What should you do to survive? The answer is don't eat either apple. The serial killer invited you to sit down and make a choice. So stepping out of the game altogether is the only safe option. The riddle didn't say he forced you to choose or he tied you to the chair. This riddle challenges conventional thinking, showing how a logical mind might reject the obvious choices and instead avoid the risk altogether. So if you said I wouldn't take either apple, that's the right choice apparently. You're the logical one. If you sat down to play this dangerous game, you're a psychopath. Let's move on to the next riddle. A man lives alone in a quiet neighborhood. One night, he's woken up by a loud banging on his door. He opens it to find his neighbor, who frantically tells him that his car's headlights are on, even though he distinctly remembers turning them off. The man listens but doesn't react. In fact, the next morning, the neighbor is found dead. How did the man know what was going to happen? The answer is the man knew this was a trap. His neighbor was trying to lure him outside, likely to harm him, so he chose not to go. This riddle shows a calculating, cautious mind that doesn't fall for obvious traps, or maybe a mind that already knows the trick because it's done it before. So I guess this murderer went to another murderer's house and they both knew the trick, right? And here we have the last riddle. A woman goes to a coffee shop with her friend and orders a cup of iced coffee. Her friend orders the same but takes a long time to drink it, sipping slowly. The woman finishes hers almost immediately. Hours later, her friend dies from poison in her drink, but the woman is completely unharmed. How did the poison work and why didn't it affect her? The answer is the poison was in the ice. Since the woman drank her coffee quickly, the ice didn't have time to melt and release the poison. Her friend, who sipped slowly, allowed the ice to melt and mix with the drink. So what did you guys think of these riddles? Were they really confusing? Were they brain teasers? Did you get answers right or wrong? I guess there's not really a right or wrong answer. There's just one that makes you a logical, normal person and one that makes you a little bit scary. But like I said before, it's just a game. If you did think like a psychopath, it does not mean that you are. It might honestly just mean that you're clever with riddles. If you guys like this sort of riddle video, I could do more like this. Give this video a thumbs up and let me know. And if it was too confusing, you could also let me know as well, and I won't do another one. I just like to try new things sometimes. But anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget that over the next 48 hours, if you get anything on our website, you will get a squishy cube while supplies last. But I hope you have an awesome rest of your day, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!